Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my first ever podcast. If you're new here, my name is Ellen and I run a small business called Sew and Inspire, but I also share all things sewing related, and recently I have got into knitting in a very big way, and one of my absolute favourite things is to put on a knitting podcast and knit, and I love it so much. I love listening to them and I know so many other people do too, so I thought I would do one myself as I have quite a lot to talk about, and I thought I would also incorporate my sewing projects as well. I'm still coming up with a name. I feel like stitches need to be in the name because obviously you have stitches in sewing and knitting. Anyway, let's just get talking about everything. So there's going to be like sections, so that if you just came here for the knitting, or you just came here for the sewing, or you just came here for whatever, you can just go to that specific section. So there's going to be WIPS, which are work in progresses if you're new to that term. There's going to be finished items, and then right at the end, acquisitions, which is just like a haul of new yarn or fabric that I might have got recently. So yeah, I'm so excited. So let's just start with the first WIP. So I think I casted this on like New Year's Eve kind of time. So this was my first WIP of the new year, because I just finished, oh no, it's okay. Because I just finished my mum's Christmas present, which was a sweater vest. It was the first thing I had ever knitted, and that completely got me into knitting. So for Christmas I asked for some yarn and I started making this jumper with it. Sorry, it's a bit creased, it's been all like creased up. So for Christmas I got the Wool and the Gang Super Trooper wool, which is a 100% merino wool. It's from the shop Darling J'adore. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I will try to link everything I'm talking about in the description box, but it is her basic sweater knitting pattern. I was looking for the pattern online to use, and all I knew was that I really wanted to do a raglan sweater. So I found this one and I really liked it. So yeah, this is how far I've got. It looks really small. I don't know why it looks that small, but I'm hoping when I block it, it will like stretch out a bit and it will be fine. But yeah, so it is knit on 4mm needles. It's got a folded collar, and then it's got German short rows, which I obviously have never ever done German short rows before, but you literally can't even tell, but they're there, so I'm guessing that's a good sign. And basically German short rows make it so that you can see that the back's higher, so it just creates the shaping for the neck. And then obviously you've got the raglan stitches all the way down, and then I've split off for the seams, and I'm now just working on the body, although we have a slight issue. I am on my last ball and clearly that is not going to finish this sweater. Me being me, didn't read the thing properly when I chose this yarn for my mum to order for me for Christmas, and I didn't realise they were only 50 gram balls. So I bought half the amount that I actually needed, and currently it is out of stock. So it's most probably not going to be the same batch, but I'm hoping that as it's such a dark colour, you're not going to be able to tell. I'm literally hoping for the best here, but I've majorly slowed down on this project because I only have this much left until it comes back in stock. So hopefully it comes back in stock soon so I can get this finished, but I'm so excited to finish it. I think this is going to be such a staple item, and yeah, I can't wait to wear it. One thing I will say is I don't think I will use this. I would buy this wool again. It is completely not what I was expecting. Obviously I am very new to the whole yarn buying, knitting situation, but so I obviously had no clue what merino wool was. I now do know, and it is quite like splitty, if you get what I mean by like that. Like it's very easy to split the yarn when you're knitting it, but so far it's worked up really nicely and I really like the fabric it's created. And yeah, the thing with their Super Trooper wool is that it's like really like durable and hard wearing. So yeah, I think it's fine for my first sweater, but I now know, and that's the thing, I'm learning all the time. So yeah, so that is my first WIP. And then my second WIP is a cardigan. I have already done both of the fronts. So that one that I just showed you is knit in the round, and this one is knitted flat and then seamed up. Oh, I just realised I haven't quite finished the row because I ran out of yarn. I need to change onto a new ball. But this is the yarn. How beautiful. I love this so much. I am knitting this cardigan primarily for my mum, but I will wear it too, I'm sure. But yeah, isn't that so lovely? I really am liking how this is knitting up. So this is like the complete opposite. I've gone for chunky yarn and chunky needles. This is done on 10mm needles, and the yarn I'm using is King Cole Quartz Super Chunky. Does this have like a shade name or is it called Quartz? Oh, shade. It's in the shade Opal, if you like it. And this was on sale for £2 a ball. I don't know how much it was. Do you call this a ball, or do you call it, because it's not a skein, is it? I thought skeins were the ones that are like all like twisted up. I don't know, someone please tell me. But yeah, I really love working with this yarn, and it is 90% premium acrylic and 10% wool. I'm slowly like edging off acrylic, but I still, as I'm a beginner, I'm still using it, but I thought this would be a good stepping stone because it's 10% wool too. So yeah, this was £2 on sale and we loved it. And yeah, I've got 10 balls of this, so I don't think I'll run out. And the pattern I'm using is one of these. Honestly, I don't know who I think I am. I got a pattern like this for my first ever time knitting. And if you haven't like followed one of these patterns before, it literally says, first row, P1 K1 rep from star to last P1. Now for someone who's never knitted before, I was like, what? Like, how am I going to do this? But I picked it up quite quickly, whereas the PDF one that I bought on Etsy, that one is written like really in depth, and like there's actual like words used. Obviously there are abbreviations too, but it's very clear. So anyway, this is the pattern I'm using. It's King Cole Super Chunky 5460, I'm guessing. Although I really don't think this is not what the cardigan's gonna look like. Firstly, I'm not doing these funny little slits because I'm not a huge fan of them. The buttons are just not a vibe for me that they've used on here. And also I don't think I'm going to put buttons on mine anyway. And then I'm going to make the sleeves a bit more puffy, so like they come down into the cuff. Like kind of like this sweatshirt, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's the pattern I'm using, although it's just really a rough guide because I'm gonna change quite a few things. But yeah, I'm really excited for this to be finished, and as I said, it's working up very quickly, because I started that way after that one and I've already done both of the fronts and I'm like halfway through the back. So yeah, I really enjoy working on this one. It's just nice, mindless knitting. And then my final WIP is one I started last night, and it's a pair of socks. It doesn't look much like it now, but it is, trust me. So yeah, I'm just doing a top down like really simple sock. I've obviously never ever done socks before. I'm using actually a free pattern which is on Ravelry from the Crazy Sock Lady, and it's her DK weight vanilla sock pattern, I think. As I said, I will link it down below, but it's the free one because her other ones are paid for. This is the yarn that I have chosen. Oh no, I don't think I bought the piece of paper. I'll go and get it in a second. But I have a bit of a thing for like these kind of, I don't know what to call it, like variated yarns. I love them so much. This one is kind of grey with pinkish and blue speckles, and I love it so much, and I think this is going to be so nice worked up. It kind of looks like confetti. Not confetti, hundreds and thousands, you know. And yeah, I just love it and I cannot wait, and I'm really enjoying the process of doing these socks. I'm doing the, is this the magic loop? I can't remember. No, I think it is. I don't know, whichever one you do like this. But on 3.5mm needles, and I am holding it double because I believe this is fingering weight yarn, whereas obviously the pattern calls for DK weight, but I said on the pattern that you can hold two strands of fingering. So that is what I'm doing, and I've never held something double before, and it has been a learning curve, let me tell you. Last night I was sat there for about half an hour trying to untangle my yarn. I don't know how it happened, but it was a mess, but I think I've got a good system going now, so we're all good. That is a Rico yarn, by the way, and it's the Superwash Bamboo Superwash in the shade. What does farb mean? I am not sure what shade this is in, so I'm just gonna show you that and you might be able to find it. But I think it's really lovely yarn, and this was in the section in the shop that said recommended for socks, so we just went with that one. And so far, so good. Putting to just have that woman chilling there, isn't it? They are all of my WIPS. I don't have any finished knitting project, but hopefully next time I will. So I think I'm now gonna show you my yarn acquisitions, and then I'll do the same for the sewing. So then if you were just here for the knitting, you can go, and if you're just here for the sewing, then you can just watch from there. So I've done a little bit of yarn shopping in the January sales, and also I've just done my mocks for my GCSEs. So like every weekend in between the exam weeks, we went to so the first week we went to my favourite fabric shop that also has a massive yarn section too, and then the second weekend we went to this whole yarn shop. Oh my god, I was literally in heaven. It was absolutely amazing, and they had incredible deals on. So there other months there probably won't be any yarns to show, but this month there is quite a lot. First thing I got was for my mum's socks. As you can see, I either make something for my mum and I, or if I have something my mum has it too, or I just make it for myself. This is the yarn my mum picked for her socks. This is the King Cole Zigzag 4-ply, and it says suitable for socks, so that's what I'm doing. And this is in the colour Mystic Blue. Again, I'm not sure, I think I'm going to do a different pattern for her, which might do 4-ply, but I don't know. If not, I'll just hold it 2 strands. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this is going to work up, because I'm not going to lie, seeing this wound up in the ball, I'm not a huge fan, but I feel like it'll look really nice, like worked up. So we'll see. It's kind of just like loads of browns and blues and creams, so there is no reason why I wouldn't like it. But yeah, I'm just interested to see how this one works up. And then the other yarn that I got from that shop was this, because this was £1, I think this was £1 a ball. This is Wendy Purity Superwash Merino cotton, and I have been on the lookout for some cotton to make something either for the summer or just something that's a bit more fitted. And when I saw this, I was like, I know exactly what I want to make with this, and I cannot find the right pattern, although I think I might have now from Petite Knit, I think, maybe. But if anyone has any suggestions, please let me know. Or am I not finding one because that's not really possible? But I'm like, surely it must be. So what I want to make with this is like a more tight-fitting, completely ribbed. So I'm thinking like 2x2 rib or 4x4, like something like that. Completely ribbed, like close fitting jumper. And as I said, I think I found a possibility from Petite Knit, I think, or it might have been my favourite things knitwear, I can't remember. But we will see. But I'm really looking forward to this, and this is 50-gram thingy jobs. Thingy jobs. They're 50-gram balls, and how many meters is this? Oh, it's 100 meters, which is really good because the merino wool that I got is only 80. So yeah, but they only had 7 balls of this, so I got all 7, and I'm hoping that it's enough. But we will see. If it's not, I will probably make something short sleeved or something. Not 100% sure yet. Okay, next thing is this kit. Now, I honestly just could not pass this up. This was £5 for the pattern and the yarn you need. Like, what? Yeah, so this is, I have never heard of the brand Wendy, but they seem to have quite a lot of their stuff, so I'm intrigued to try. So in this kit you get this pattern, which is pattern 6083, and it's kind of like, she's wearing a scarf, which isn't very helpful because I don't know what neckline it is, but it's kind of like this over t-shirt kind of vibe, which is really nice. And this I bought for my mum, and actually I might get it out because I'm not going to use it in here anyway. Oh, it's got like these little bits in it, but it's really nice. I love this colour. This is Wendy Harris double knitting, and it's in the shade 5124, and it says it's a DK pattern, so I'm guessing this is DK. Weight, this is 20% wool, 70 acrylic and 10 viscose, so this will be really interesting to work with. I really like that I've got a real variation of like yarn types for me to try. I think that'll be really good, so I can like get a feel of what I like. So yeah, it comes with 3 balls. They are 100 grams and 300 meters. Wow. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to knitting this one, but I will not be starting any more projects until I've got at least one of those off of the needles. And then the last but definitely not least yarn I have to show you is this. I have been looking for one this colour for so long. So when I saw it, I was just like, I've got to get it. Like, do you know what I mean? You only live once, so you know. This is the King Cole Timeless Chunky yarn. This is 90% premium acrylic and 10% alpaca, so this is different again, and I've been so interested to try alpaca, so this is a good kind of stepping stone. This is, I believe this is 100, yeah, 100 grams, 155 meters, and it's really nice. It's got a really nice kind of corded texture almost, and I'll be really interested to see how this knits up and what kind of fabric it makes, but it's really soft and really nice. So yeah, really looking forward to that. The first thing I ever knitted, I used King Cole yarn, and this blue one is King Cole, but I literally don't hear many people talk about them. It's probably because, I don't know, maybe they don't do many. I feel like most of their yarn is acrylic based, so maybe that's why. But yeah, I really like it for a beginner. And they, I don't know, maybe they're just in the UK. But if you're in the UK, then I'd recommend it if you're new to knitting. Okay, so I think that is all for the knitting. So if you just came for the knitting, then thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I see you next time. But if you are here for the sewing too, then we've got quite a few actually this month. The first thing, which is actually just the last thing that I finished, is this really nice, I don't know, what do you call this, like a blouse, a top, we're just going to call it a top. I made this for my mum. I also made her a dress out of this fabric, and this was literally exactly how much I had left. So yeah, I absolutely love the neckline of this. It has this really nice like stand up collar, and then it goes into a V, which is really nice, and then it has 3/4 length puff sleeves. It's supposed to have full length, but we were working with how much fabric we had and we only had enough, but luckily it was enough to make them like this length, which is actually a really nice length, so it worked out fine. And then it's got like a high-low hem, which is actually really flattering. So yeah, I can't wait for her to get wearing this, because I literally just made it like a few days ago. And this pattern is the Prima pattern. Oh no, oh, is Prima a magazine? This pattern I got in a magazine, but so I don't know if they sell it actually. No, I'm not sure they do. Sorry. But if you get the magazine, then you'll get it. But yeah, basically the pattern also has one for like a tiered gathered dress, which I love so much. So I'm gonna 100% be making that for myself. I have some fabric which I will show you in a minute to use for it. So yeah, that is the first item. Next, I'm so excited about. This is my second ever coat, and I have wanted to make something in this boucle kind of fabric for so long, and I've finally done it. Because the fabric shop that I mentioned that I went to was having a huge sale, so you know, I had to get it. It has a collar, and then I've used a facing, so then this one can kind of like become the collar too, if that makes any sense. And then it just has, well, where are they, buttons down it, which are really nice. And yeah, I wore this for the first time yesterday and I love it so much. And right, this is complete dedication. I hand stitched all of this facing down, and if you know me, you know how much that is just something I would not do, but I just felt like this coat deserved it, you know, and it just would not have looked right if I had like stitched it on the outside, and I couldn't really leave it. It was gonna flap around everywhere, so yeah. Anyway, I'm very happy with this. This is definitely my favourite make of the month, I think. Next we have a little cardigan, which actually isn't completely finished because I haven't put the buttons on it yet, because we only bought them yesterday. But yeah, this is a bit difficult to show. This is the cardigan, and then I've done black cuffs and a really thick black waistband, which I really like, and then this and this, and then I've done this fabric for the button band. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this has turned out. This is for, well, I made this for my mum, but I don't know, I feel like I might wear it too. It depends, it might look awful on me, but I am excited to put buttons on and see how it looks. And then the final thing that I have made so far this month are pajamas. Now you may notice by this fabric they look quite festive. Yes, you would be correct, because I wanted to make these for me and my mum in time for Christmas, but I had so many Christmas presents to make and I just didn't get the time. So this is my pair. These are the bottoms. They're just like standard elasticated waist, and they go into like floaty pajama bottoms. And then this is the top. Please excuse the fact that they've just come out of the wash and they probably need an iron, so I don't think this is going to sit flat. But yeah, these are the shirts. I've always wanted pajamas like this. So yeah, they've got little collared shirts, and then I did piping all around the collar and down the button bands and things. So yeah, I'm so happy with them. And then my mum's are literally exactly the same, just in this white and red fabric. So yes, I have really enjoyed wearing them and I'm really happy with them. Okay, we are very nearly done because my voice is giving way. I haven't talked this long in ages. But I do have a few little fabric purchases to share with you. So as I mentioned, the fabric shop had a sale, so I picked up a couple of things. First one is this jersey. I got this for my mum, which I think we're going to make into, I can't remember, I think we got enough for a t-shirt. Yeah, I think we got enough for a t-shirt. I think this would be really nice in like a v-neck or something. And yeah, very summery. A couple of these are quite summery, but it's good to be prepared, I guess. And then the other one that I got for my mum was this paisley. I love the colours of this so much. It's like red, pinks and blues, and yeah, I'm not a huge fan of paisley, but my mum is slowly converting me. I don't think I'd ever wear it, but I think it looks lovely on her. And if you remember, I made her a paisley, it was blues and greens I think, dress, and she absolutely loves it. So I'm thinking possibly, she said maybe the same, but do you want two of the same paisley dresses? I don't know, but we'll do something similar to that in this for the summer, and I think it will look really, really lovely. Double gauze. That's what she said, that the textured cotton, it looks like double gauze. So I was about to say double gauze, so thank you so much to that person for saying that, because I think you are right. But yeah, this is really lovely textured, well, textured cotton, as I just said. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make that dress that I just mentioned out of it. Yeah, can you tell I'm really liking navy apparently at the moment. I really don't have very much navy in my wardrobe, and I think navy suits me so much more than black, because I feel like black's quite harsh on me. So yeah, I've been really like edging towards navy recently. So I'm very much looking forward to making that up into a dress for myself. And I think that is everything that I have to share with you today. I'm planning on doing one of these podcasts every month. Obviously, as I said, some months there will be loads to show and other months there won't be much. I absolutely love sitting down and just chatting about sewing and knitting and everything, and I know I love watching these, so I wanted to make one of my own. So I really hope that you have enjoyed, and if you do have any ideas for the name of the podcast, then please do let me know, because I would love to hear. I'm still gonna definitely be doing studio vlogs and the odd sew with me tutorial, that kind of thing, but this podcast is something that I knew that I wanted to do in the new year. So yeah, I've really enjoyed sitting down and just chatting through everything, and let me know if you enjoyed this podcast, or if you have any suggestions for me to change or to make it even better. I would be more than happy to hear, and make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because that would be absolutely amazing. But I think I have rambled on quite enough for one day, so I hope you all have a really lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you again next time. Bye.